Now you're on the air, right? So, okay. So I went right to the library database, and I went to Mergent online, and our goal, right, is to get that comparative information so that when I'm studying one company, I can get a nice set of comparable companies and see how the current ratio compares, or the gross margin, right, or that sort of thing. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to use Caterpillar, and CAT is their stock symbol name, so I can type that in, and it will bring up the company. And if you remember, when we kind of land on this home page, there was all sorts of things that we could look up about the organization. So I'm going to go to the competitors tab here on the right-hand side near the top, and it brings up what Mergent thinks is a list of competitors, and you can see they're sorted by size. So, you know, Caterpillar's a $55 billion company. Here's like a $6 million company. You know, maybe they're in the same industry, but you got David and Goliath here, right? It doesn't make sense to compare them. So with these little X's on the left-hand side, I can add and remove. So I'm going to keep Deere. I'm going to get rid of Illinois Toolworks. I'm going to get rid of this Oshkosh Corp. I'll keep Manitowoc, and then I'm just going to get rid of the other ones that are listed there. And I guess Turex. So we've heard of Deere. Manitowoc is they make big cranes, really big cranes, right? And as in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. So I notice on the list that maybe there's another good company that didn't come up. This one is Komatsu. There's Komatsu. So if I bring them up and hit add, they get added to the list. So you can add and remove companies, and when you're satisfied with it, on the right-hand side here, there's this add all to company analysis list. So I just click that, and it's kind of saved. You can keep working. When you're finalized with the list, there's another link right there called Company Analysis List. So you click on that, opens up a new page, but this is not the page we want. It says in the handout, click on this company comparison report. So I'll open that one up, and then this is what you use to create your comparative report. I got 4 companies listed there. I'm going to run the report twice. The first time, or one of the times, I'm going to run it with Deere. I'm going to run it with Deere, Komatsu, and Manitowoc. But I'm not going to put Caterpillar in there, right? Because we want to compare Caterpillar to other companies. So if Caterpillar is part of the group we're comparing to, it's like part of your results are comparing Caterpillar to themselves, right? That doesn't make sense. So I picked 3 pretty good sized companies that are in the manufacturing business. I'll use them for comparison. Then go down, and you can pick what you want to focus on. So we're going to use some ratios. We're kind of taking an income statement approach. I'll pick gross margin, operating margin, earnings before interest, taxes, all that stuff, EBITDA. Net profit margin. And revenue per employee. And you can decide what you want, right? 30, if you're going over 30, think about it twice, maybe, right? And then on the right-hand side here, I said select all years. I guess when I put this together, I didn't realize it goes way back. So by all years, I just mean 14, 13, and 12. And then I'll check this box for include averages. Right, so who we're comparing, what we want to compare, what years. You've included the averages. And we want to use this in Excel. So I'll change the format to Excel, create the report. I like to save them and then open them. And so here we go. Here is the gross margin, right, for Deere, Komatsu, and Manitowoc for 2014. Here's the gross margin for 2013. Right, here's the gross margin for 12. And then what they call the peer average is nothing more than the average of whatever you got listed in the table there, right? See, 27.6. I can recreate that really, really simple. Okay, so now to compare them to Caterpillar, I'm going to remove that first set of companies and I'll just add Caterpillar. I'll keep the report items the same. I'll keep the years the same. I'll create a report. And everything's the same. So all I want to do is copy the Caterpillar information off of the first report, put it into the second report, and now we can see how the company that we're studying compares to the other companies. So this is kind of interesting, right? This one group, the operating margin really gets down there really low, but their net profit margin is pretty good. You know, and usually when you kind of think we're walking down the income statement, right, it should get smaller, 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 right? And so if we wanted to understand what was going on, right, we could open up the 10K or the 10Q, read about things in the footnotes or management discussion, but then, you know, back to the original point here, we have a nice way of comparing one company to another, and as long as you understand what these ratios mean, right, the software can help us accomplish that. So, not wanting to record too much, right? When I'm done, I just close the program.